morning, everyone. Susan is making me laugh this morning. How are you guys? Say hello as you're hopping on. We would love to say hi to you. Happy Thursday. Susan made it here in the snowstorm. I know I was starting to think we might have to cancel for today, but she braved the weather. The kids are all out of school today, so all the metro schools canceled school today. I think because...
Not up by me, though.
No, I guess not by you. But the closer you got to us, the worse it got.
Yes, true story.
So anyway, you guys are in for a treat today with Susan. She's going to share some new products with you too. So I promised that on Tuesday. A new pattern for one of our most popular products. Actually, I think it's like 8 new patterns. So that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't know it was your most popular product.
One of our most popular products.
That's pretty cool.
I said one. We have,
I know,
a few hundred most popular products. Cool. One of my most favorite, most useful products.
I agree.
So good morning, Lori out in Adel. You guys are having a snow day too, and Candy's here. Hello. Hi, Perry. Awesome. And Dawn's here, and Lisa, and Belinda. Well, good to see you guys.
Texas isn't getting snow. Good for them.
Yay. No snow in Texas, right, Belinda? Hopefully not. Well, I wanted to hop on today just to, it's been a couple of days, hasn't it? If you guys have been on the Tailored Expressions website or any of our social media or had an occasion to contact us in the last few days, I just wanted to say thank you for all of your support. It's been a tough couple of days as we are dealing with a website glitch that is completely out of our control and came at one of the worst times.
Isn't it Murphy's Law?
Yes.
Right?
Can it not just happen like on a Friday night or something like that? Not on a Tuesday. But you guys have been so patient with us, and we are working our hardest to take care of everyone. The issue, if you haven't seen, is that some of our customers, a small subset of our customers, have been unable to check out due to an out-of-stock issue that it's telling you have an out-of-stock product in your cart. And it's hard to determine what that is, especially during our Stamp Joy order period when you're ordering, lots and lots of items with your discount. So Amy and Mindy and Charlie have been working so hard to help everyone kind of order by order, one by one. If you've been unable to place your order, you can reach out to Charlie on social media. Just at the Tailored Expressions account, you can send a message, or you can reach out to our customer support, and Amy and Mindy can help get back to you there. It's at support@tailoredexpressions.com. And unfortunately, I don't have a fix to share with you yet. We're still troubleshooting with our web platform provider and hope to have some information for you by the time I go live next week on Tuesday. So, but yes, I just wanted to encourage everyone to reach out if you've had trouble placing your order, because we are happy to help, and we have been able to help most people get their orders placed. So it's not just you. If you're having an error, it's not just your computer or your browser. It's happening to other customers as well.
And you said you're working on restocking some of that stuff too.
We are.
It did go out.
Yes. So we will have more updates for Stamp Joy virtual participants and attendees. If there were products you were unable to get because they sold out before you were able to place your order, we'll have some updates on that next week as well. So we will take good care of everyone, I promise. And thank you again for all of your support and encouragement and kind of encouraging our team along the way as we deal with this.
Do you see that? They need a spa day when it's all over. That's adorable.
Janine is right. We do need a spa day. We've had a few emails offering to send alcohol, so maybe we'll have a little party after we get through this. But it's those technology is great when it works kind of moments. And this week was definitely a challenge. But anyway, I didn't want to leave Susan here alone today to kind of deal with that. So I wanted to get on and just thank you guys for your patience and your support. And yes, we will do everything we can to make everybody happy. So we want to get you your supplies.
Yes.
All right. Well, I'm going to let you take it from here. Sound good?
I didn't ask you. Is there anything to sneak peek for next week?
Oh, is there tea to spill? Not really.
Not really. Okay.
We have to work on that today and tomorrow. Okay.
Let's do that.
If you want to give a verbal spilling of the tea, you could, but we don't. I just realized we don't have our samples made yet.
They're coming. Okay. That's all right.
All right, y'all. Have a good day. I will see you on Tuesday. And here's Susan.
Yay! Hello. Thank you for joining me today. Yes, it's odd. I live north of the TE building here. And normally north means you get the worst weather, but it's southern Iowa that's getting the bad weather today. So anyway, it was fine until I got about halfway here. I'm about 30 minutes from the office, and then I started to see the people in the ditch and the cop sitting there, and I was like, well, I'll just continue slow and steady, right? Isn't that the best thing to do? So this is what I'm talking about today, and I will cover the new product, but I already had these laying out. You know those cute little freebie dies that you get in every purchase, no matter how much you order? Those cute little free dies with purchase. They come even if you like, I don't know, like the other day I placed an order just for a couple of, like goodie bags, and I got my heart, the heart one from this month. The snowflake is the one from January, and the heart one is the one from February. And any order, those come in, and they come in a cute little pouch when you get them. I always try to salvage the sticker on the front. Sometimes I'm successful, sometimes I'm not, but it's still really cute. Tip, if you are successful ever in peeling these little stickers off, save the backing from like your postage stamps or your Avery labels or anything like that, and you can pop them on there just to save them. They're basically sticker sheets, so they work perfectly. But I wanted to talk to you guys about using them because they're so fun. And we have a different one. I don't think I'm spoiling anything, but we have a different one every month for the whole year. So you're going to want to collect them all. I'm pretty sure I'm allowed to say that. Oh, thank you. I see all the cute comments on my cards. Thank you. Oh, and a cute hair comment. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, they're fun. I think the key to these small dies, I have a key for you that I'm going to share. But as we go along, like I said, this is the January one. This is the February one. This is a preview to the March one. So every month there's something different, and it will continue all year. But let me spill some tea, at least for today. The new product that went up is the new designer pickup stickers. Aren't they cute? I think they're just adorable. So let me show them to you. These are out of the wrapper. So this one I think is extra adorable. Happens to be one of my favorite because I love the rainbow. And this one is the Share Joy one. Isn't that cute? And then this little light line that's to the middle is so that you can take your, and I'll show you it's too hard to pick which one is my favorite, but I really love this rainbow, and then I really love the heart one that I've got right here. But that light bar is where it should be on your flat side of your magnet, and then it wraps around. And I just love these because they just hold up so well. So that's that one. That's this one. This one that I also think is extra cute is the Happy Hearts, and we already have that one on our magnets today. Oh, ouch, that was a close one. They like to bite, so you got to be careful. So those are the hearts. Aren't they cute? Let's put that back in the Misty. And then these are adorable, the cute little flowers. Those are the fresh flowers. Here's what they look like out of the shiny packaging. I just think they're so cute. And then last but not least, because I think this is adorable, is the doodles. And I just love that this is more, if you don't want all the color and you just want something basic, I think those are really cute. Aren't they just adorable? So new patterns for what Taylor said is one of our most popular products, which I adore them. I used to try to use washi tape, and then that would rip all the time. So then I went to duct tape from my kids' craft supplies, the duct tape that has all the fun patterns and stuff on it that my kids had. And I eventually was like, luckily Taylor came along with better and cuter. So anyway, so back to our little freebie dies. So I've showed you these two, and then the Shamrock one is March, and then I'll also give you a sneak peek here. Are you ready? And then April, I think, is so cute. Look at April. It's a little umbrella. Isn't that just adorable? Let me see. I have one die cut. Isn't that cute? So that's for April, but I'm going to go over the one that's this month, which is the heart. I absolutely adore that heart. I am a big fan of wonky hearts, so not symmetrical. And I also like them to be a little taller, so I think they're just cute. My key that I think, and I apologize, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me, I couldn't stop that one. Is just to cut them out in different colors. So what I did when Taylor said that we wanted to kind of feature this to show you guys and give you some ideas, is to I just sat down and I took my little Sidekick. Granted, any die cut machine works, but I took the little Sidekick and I just sat there and cut out all kinds of colors. Let me show you my little bowl here. I have some circles in here too, but I just sat there and cut and cut and cut. And at first, I had a whole rainbow of these hearts, which, just to run down, this is guava, fruit punch, candy corn, lime zest, cilantro, blue raspberry, cookie monster, eggplant, and lavender glaze. But I just sat down and cut them all out, thinking that I was going to use all the circles all the way down the card. And then I changed my mind to go with the inside hearts of some of the, these aren't the same color, but they're close. So I think that's the biggest thing, is just to sit down, do up like either rainbow colors, or like with the snowflakes, I wanted blue, just to get them cut out. So you can either piece back in the inside of all of these. I will admit, this one for April, that little handle of the umbrella is pretty stinking small for piecemealing that back in. But just find a circle die of some sort in your stash. So let me see, this is about an inch circle that layers behind these. So in the snowflake one, I did our glitter cardstock, which if you guys haven't, if you know me well, I love our white glitter cardstock. And I just put those behind to fill in and kind of give you, I don't know if that picks up, just some sparkle. Yeah, I completely agree, Cindy. If I can see the screen right. Paper scraps, absolutely. That was my other thing I was going to talk about, is I went through and just rummaged through and found a bunch of paper scraps. That's how I kind of got my rainbow, is I was just grabbing scraps, deciding what to use, and then I was able to sit down with the little Sidekick. Absolutely, you can use your Big Shot. I just happened to use my little one and cut up a whole bunch of them. Granted, I don't have a whole bunch left anymore, being I've used so many, but that would be my tip to you, is just to sit down and go through and cut up a bunch of scrap cardstock. So let me get started here. I'm going to cut up some of these hearts so that we have some ready to go. All right, let's start with, and if you happen to be so lucky to get 2 freebie dies, even better, right? Because you're all ready to go that way. And you can cut several then that way at a time. I had 2 of the snowflake ones from February, so I was able to send through, a couple of them through at a time, which is pretty helpful. Or share with a friend. Save my pieces here. Of course, I didn't grab a die pick. Put that through. Let's go, and we'll do, I already have kind of my colors for this card picked out, and I did some of the easy strips already done up for us. So I want to do these colors, which it's a little different because I put plum punch in here. Let's cut that one. Run this one through. If I had like one of the glass mats, the TE glass mats, or at home, my kitchen table is glass. I use that all the time with this thing because it'll suction cup down, and it's kind of nice. So let's cut these out. Sorry, they of course don't want to come out. I don't know. Did you all have a nice Valentine's Day? We didn't do anything special. Our teenagers that happened to be at school not too far were coming back to their old high school for an event. And I said, why don't you just swing by the house? And they had dinner with us. So that was nice. But it was just kind of nice to be home. It gets a little busy if anyone goes out to eat. Is it still as busy as it used to be on Valentine's Day. I don't know. It gets a little crazy, and I'm not big. Kind of, I don't want to, not claustrophobic, I'm kind of people phobic, if that makes sense. I don't really like large crowds. They give me quite a bit of, if I can admit it, anxiety. So we stay home for Valentine's Day, which we just got back from a trip to sunny Florida. It was very nice. So we had a lot of fun that way. So we ate out enough. I figured that was enough. So did anyone go out to eat or do anything fun? I've always told my hubby, don't buy me flowers on Valentine's Day because I know how much they cost, and buy them a week later when they're on clearance. So that's always my plan with my husband, and that works just fine for us. So, all right, I think I have all the colors that I want cut. And what I did, I'll show you my big piece of paper, was I did this ahead of time. I took the 1/2-inch easy strips and I cut them, and this is just a regular piece of copy paper, and I put some of our double-sided sticky sheets down on it and laid them down. And the cool part is I'm going for a similar look, I guess, to this one. It won't be exactly the same, but that way I can do several cards with that sheet. So I did a 1.25 or 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 sheet. So that was what it was full before I cut at it. And then that way I can get several of these cards so I can make some more to send out to friends. Let me see. What are you guys saying? What did we do for Valentine's Day? Oh, you did. You made home. Yummy. Shrimp linguine. I want to come have that. Uh-oh. Terry, I don't. Yep. That was a nice Valentine's Day. All right. Let's get this out of the way because I'm going to use that Misty in our new pickup pieces here. And we're going to stamp a sentiment. I chose ahead of time. I need some more just because cards. One for my girls at college, and I have a couple of older friends from church that are in nursing homes that I send cards to just because, literally. So I love these botanical sentiments for that reason. And I already kind of set it up in my Misty. Use my cute little new magnets. Aren't they so cute? I changed my mind. I think the first set I'm going to buy is these hearts. I'm in love. I love the rainbow hearts. So cute. And as you all know, Taylor and I both are obsessed with, totally distracted. Rita had Chicago style pizza. Yum. Oh, I love Chicago style pizza. Yum, yum. But I want it in Chicago. I mean, I'm sorry. A lot of places in Iowa have tried, but from Chicago is the best. So I think maybe you're not in Chicago, Rita, but you're I don't know if that's a chain that goes outside of Chicago or not. So anyway, love, one of my favorite. Oh, your husband is an awesome cook. That's great. We made, you guys all had fancy meals. I asked my girls what they wanted. I was willing to make them anything. They wanted make your own pizzas, so we buy just little 8-inch pizza crusts because my husband has to be gluten-free and my girls are dairy-free. So, or one of my girls is completely dairy-free. So we have to make adjustments on everyone's pizzas. So yeah, so I stamped that with the VersaFine Clair Black, and that's the Just Because, and then I have the clear TE embossing powder. I don't think I can just stamp with Oreo as sentiments anymore. I've completely gone to this. So let me get this out of the way. We'll emboss this, and I apologize for the noise in advance. I'll feed it up over to the right a little bit here. I did use the powder tool first. Again, that was VersaFine Clair. And I did cheat. I had the sentiment all lined up. I knew it was straight in the Misty before I started. So I think that's heated up. Like I always say, I do heat from the back. It's an older thing that I learned originally, and I really think it works. Heat. You want to practice your embossing. I feel like this is one of the best because it's so easy to see when this goes from that frosty look, like you can see right there, it's not quite done. Let me finish that. To the shiny look. It's just so apparent when you go from flat to shiny. You know what? Look at that. That's driving me nuts. I don't know that that's straight. That drives me crazy. I thought I had it all lined up just perfectly. I don't love that. Let me try that again. See? I had done it ahead and I thought I had it all lined up. Let me check. It looks straight on. No. It's kind of going downhill. Let's see if we can fix that. So I need to bring the... Sorry, did I just bump y'all? Let's get this straight. Yeah, it's going like downhill, but it doesn't look downhill on here. Sorry, this will drive me crazy. So I need my E to go up a little bit. Let's try that again. How about that? And this is another reason why I love these grid mats, because of that grid that's on there. I can use that to make extra sure I'm going straight. And I suppose I should have done that. I thought I was looking at my lines. Still not good. Adjust it one more time. I got the back side yet, right? I never hold two magnets in my hand at the same time. Ask me why. Because they always snap it together and then they bite me, as I call it. Man, I am not doing very well today because that's really going downhill now. That bugs me. Let me get my head over it. That's what I got to do. Let's get my head right over top and see if that does it. That's better. Let's try one more time. Sorry, I have to get my head over there. That's much better. Much, much, much better. Okay. So I might just flip. Should I flip this over? I don't want to. Yeah. Let me see if I've got another piece of paper because that bugs me. This one about right? Yep. Let's go with this one. Let's try that again. Sorry. My perfectionism. I always make fun. I have one of my daughters that's going to Iowa State. She's studying art and design, and she definitely has my gene. So we'll emboss this again. There we go. Look how much better that is. Much better. Move that out of the way, luckily. I did not put the embossing powder all back in the jar. Did you guys make fun of me? I have to look at the comments now. Did y'all make fun of me about that? Oh, someone said they had heart-shaped pizza for dinner. That's amazing. Oh, I must have missed a question. Yep, all these little dies are the freebie with any purchase. So it doesn't matter the amount of your purchase. So let's heat that up quick again. And I know my heat tool is warm because I just did it. So do you see how that's frosty? That's what so if you want to practice, this is probably one of the best ones to practice with. All right. Thank you for hanging with me on my need to make it perfect. So, let me see. I'm also measuring because I need those stripes and I want to see how long they need to be. So they're just shy of 3/4 of an inch. I love my grid paper. If you guys notice, I use it all the time. I think the bottom of my E is not embossed, so let me hit that. Better. There we go. So, and then I'm going to put this on one of our newer card bases. I'm going to use one of the heavyweight A2 top folding card bases to put this on. And I will, here, let me put this card in here just so you guys know. I'm still kind of following my rainbow that I had over here. I do like to take these, and when I fold them, I do like to use a bone folder just to give them still a good crease. I don't know about you, but I find these a lifesaver. It's just nice to have that part already done and I don't have to worry about it. It seems small, but it's really very nice, I feel like. So let's take this, and like I said, I pre-did this. This is Cookie Monster. I had to move a magnet out of the way. Have you guys ever found your pickup magnets in the strangest spots? So if I see them that I don't have them in my Misty, I always try to put them back because I have a habit of finding them in the strangest spots later. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and cut this. Again, these colors were Cookie Monster, Lime Zest, Pineapple, Candy Corn, Fruit Punch, and Plum Punch. That almost made me think I was wrong for a second there because there's 2 punches in a row. Make sure these are going to line up. Yes, there we go. And then I'm going to add this down the side. I'm going to keep this all flat and we'll have some more fun with the hearts that I'm going to put around it. Some little tape runner. Oh, is that done? Yeah. Is that my luck right there? It just ran out. I will use some liquid glue. I'm fine with that. I love this Fairly Arts glue. Or now that the Nuvo has the tiny tip that you can add to it, I love that too. But this is where then I've got to get my glasses on to get the pin back in. My biggest thing is you've got to get that pin in there. Otherwise, then it can get dried out. So the good thing about using liquid glue is that you get a second to wiggle and get it right in place just perfectly. Let's make sure again that I have this cut properly. I had measured it to be just shy of 3/4 of an inch. But I'm going to take one more little thing off. But again, I just lined that up last night and got it all lined up so you didn't have to watch me just cut and paste and cut and paste. Let's put this down. There we go. Add some more liquid glue. Let's see, I'm going to check my comments here because I get so focused that I forget to look. The sentiment is from Botanical Sentiments. It's an oldie. It doesn't have dies that go with it, but it is an oldie but goodie. I really like it. I like the font that's in it. I like the stacked, that they're stacked. So it's kind of a go-to for me. And I think a lot of times my biggest one that I use out of there is that just because I love it. Does that answer the question? I put it in there for you. Then I just thought we would rearrange some of these dies that I already cut. It was very hard for me not to throw them in the bowl, but then I knew you guys were just going to have to sit here and watch me search for them, right? So I'm going to take one of the candy corn hearts. I think that would be cute there. And I'm going to try to stick with, let's see, I think I can get the 5 colors that are here on here. Let's see. Let's go with Cookie Monster there. I might have trouble that I just still have to go in rainbow order. We'll see. See if I can break out of it. I just love that heart. I love the wonky of the heart. So, and I'm not kidding you. I told Taylor on this card, I think I wiggled hearts around for, I don't know, 20 minutes till I got them the way I wanted. So, and then if you wiggle them and try and move them around, use some sort of pickup paper, whether it be press and seal, or I like to use like a masking tape or masking paper to pick it up. Sometimes I don't always have my press and seal near me. Let's put this, thinking I want them like that, but we'll see. Just arrange them, that's all. And then I think the smaller hearts, just because they'll be easier, I can pop them up, but let's see, maybe I won't. They're really cute flat. And then I also want to put some rhinestones down. So let's start gluing. I kind of like that arrangement. And it incorporates all 5 colors, obviously not all circle, but just kind of get them on there. I think that's cute. We'll go with that. Let's start with these. Did a bad thing and I don't have dimensional. Let me go grab that quick while that sits for a sec. I want some foam adhesive and I didn't bring any with me. Let me grab some. Luckily here it's just not very far away in our office. This one, that way I can get the lid put back on my Cute, cute. I love all the piercing around it too. I just think these are so cute. And like I said, I don't think I'm spilling anything. What about the green? Are you asking what color green that was? It's lime zest. That is one of my favorite greens. On this card, it's lime zest and cilantro if you're talking about this one. That one's cilantro. So if that's what you're asking, hopefully I'm hitting it right. Yes, so, and this is the February die. This heart one is the February die. Let me just reiterate that. I'm trying to catch up on some of the comments. So cute, right? Might be my favorite, don't tell. There's lots more coming. If you guys are late to joining me, I did show you, let me just put them out here. This will be April, and this is, oh, I'll show the shamrock again. I don't have an extra shamrock. Get some backing off of here. I think this would be cute on the back of here. I might need just a smidge smaller. I just like the wonky heart. Get that on there. Again, I think the biggest thing with these small dies, sometimes we look at them like, and how can we fill a whole card front with them? One, they could just be little accents here and there on a card. But I also think they're so cute. Just go ahead and cut them out of whatever rainbow of color, or use your color inspiration sheets and find some fun combos. I wanted rainbow, of course, as you can tell. But I think that's how you stretch your card and make it bigger for these small dies. But then don't forget to start holding on to them, because like I said, every month there'll be a different one for the full year. And I'll be in trouble if I wasn't supposed to tell you that, but I think it's okay. So collect the whole year. That would be fun. But this is one that comes in every order, no matter how much you order. So that's awesome. Let me get the backing off of here. Of course, nothing wants to cooperate with me when I'm on. There we go. I like that. So simple but cute. I also thought I brought in with me some of my black rhinestones that I used on here. This is another one of like my favorite things that I use often. And put some of these in here. I think they'll be cute. Got to get my pickup. Let's see. I haven't quite decided, so we'll start by just kind of positioning them to see what I think. Oh, one of my favorite things about these, let me put this back in, is the black rhinestones, is that they're small. They're not very high profile. And as long as I don't like put a lot of other dimension on the card, like if this card, like if I put dimension between here and the card base, I might worry about it. But I feel like this is not going to bother the postal service. I don't know about you, but I have had taken things in that have cost me like almost like package worthy because of the way that the height of them. They're, I think, kind of starting to watch that a little bit closer. So I'm trying to be better about watching that, especially I try to send, I don't want someone that I just sent a card for just because to have to pay extra in postage or something because I used something that was too thick. So I try to kind of watch that. Let's put that one further down. There we go. I definitely think we need to use rhinestones. I think they're cute. And like I said, these I don't feel bad about using. Sometimes some things that have a bit more dimension I get a little worried about, but these don't bother me. They're so low. And I what a jackpot. It's so full, that jar. So let's glue these down. Again, glasses, right? So then I think things like embellishments are a great way to make this card a little bit bigger. So I used rainbow of color and several colors, and then also just adding the extra cardstock down the side, I feel like brings everything together. There we go. Gotta have a pickup stick, right? For these, because these are really little. There we go, all the way down the card. I like that. So another way to stretch those little freebie dies that you get. Let me see here. I'm going to show you also. I don't know if I'll finish it, but isn't that cute? I like those. That's the, like I said, that's February's die. Let me show you really quick. Again, this is the snowflake that was from January. This is going to be March, which I think is really cute too. This is a new set from a St. Patrick's Day release that was, I believe, was it this last week's? Yeah, last week's. And that die is for March. And then this one, I want to pull some of these little rainbow umbrellas out and show you these. I already pre-did them, so you didn't have to sit here and watch me. And earlier I was saying they're about an inch in width or circumference. So one thing that I did is I went through my stamp stuff, and I apologize. You do not have to have this stamp set, but this one is, I'm going to forget the name. I think it's called Off the Hook. It's a telephone. It makes a cute little telephone. But this little circle that ends up behind the dial fits so perfectly behind this, but you don't need this. I'm just saying this is what I found. Just scavenge through your stamp room and find something that's about an inch, or cut yourself inch circles. So I went ahead of time, so you didn't have to watch me. And I took out, again, one of my favorite things, the white glitter cardstock. And I cut these with my Big Shot several times. And I got 5 of them because in my mind, and I have not mocked up this card, so let's hope it turns out cute, right? But in my head, this is my idea, to put the umbrellas in a rainbow. And I also went ahead and cut, I don't know if I'm going to like the plain sugar cube cloud or if I'm going to want them glittery. So we will address that when we get there also. So I cut these out. Again, this is just the dial that's behind what do you call that? The dial, right, of the telephone. That backer piece is perfect for fitting behind these, but by all means, use whatever you have. Don't go and buy that just for that. But although I think the telephone is really stinking adorable. So I'm going to take the guava. You know what? I think I'm going to go back. This one is guava and this one is the fruit punch. The guava, I think I'm going to do that one instead of the cilantro. And then do I want that one? I'm really loving how cute plum punch is in this rainbow. And that was just something I had come up after I had done this card where I'd used the eggplant and lavender glaze. But I think I'm going to go ahead and cut this out of the plum punch quick so that I have that color option. And then decide which teal tone that I want there. Let's get that out of the way. This is me improvising with my tweezers. That's not what should have a real pickup tool. Oh, there it is. It's on the machine behind me. To decide whether I want that one or I think Cookie Monster. What do you think? Yeah, let's go with the Cookie Monster. So with all of these, how about I see where my pokey tool. I did save the innards of these. I'm not sure. I didn't know if it would be really cute to inlay different colors back into that, but it will take you a bit if that's what you want to do. But cute. Rotary dial, thank you. Yeah, circle punch, absolutely. I looked all over the place. I kind of purged a bunch of my punches a few years ago, and I kind of wish I hadn't done it now. I have very few left. But I looked, and this just happened to be the die that I picked. But by all means, whatever circle you can come up with or cut one yourself. But it's about an inch that fits behind these. So I'm going to go ahead and put some liquid glue behind all of these. I need to find something heavy because I always try to put my dies, especially with this glitter paper, I like to lay something a little more heavy on them while they dry. I'll at least just put that there for now, just to give them a minute to dry. Oh, I see I don't have the little dot at the top of the umbrella punched out there. So let me take that out. Let's grab this. Again, if anyone's joining me late, this happens to be the one for April. I'm just giving you a sneak peek. 2 more here. Let's see. Sounds, I can hear the wind outside, so I think it sounds like we're supposed to get snow most of the day. We'll see. Aren't these just cute? Cute little, all right, did I lose one? It probably stuck to the bottom of something, didn't it? Look, there it is on the bottom of the big shot, or the actually sidekick. I had one of these sidekicks, oh my gosh, way long ago. Mine was red. I don't even know if that's what it was called, but I was silly and got rid of it and then had to buy the new one just because they're kind of convenient. I'll take them down if we're watching, you know, some sort of sporting event or movie or something, and I can die cut without having my great big machine. But let's let that set there for a sec while they dry. That glitter paper sometimes, especially liquid glue, is the best thing to use. But let me move these up. I'm going to move them up, and we're just going to set something heavy on them for a minute. Probably go like that. Is that in your way too much? I'm setting the whole machine on them. There we go. Because I wanted to take this, which is a piece of sea salt cardstock, and I already cut it down to 4 by 5 1/4, so that I could take our where did I put them? They're masking stencils. It's the clouds masking stencils. And I thought it would be cute just to kind of make some clouds in the background. Nothing special. I'm just going to work my way down the page with a little, I'm going to use sprinkles and my blending brush. Let me see if I can move that up. I just don't want it to be in your way. Oh, I already have the pineapple one wanting to come apart. Get that back together. It's mainly that glitter cardstock that makes it need a minute to really stay in place. So I'm just going to very lightly go over this. And this is sea salt cardstock. And I picked sprinkles just so I didn't have to work quite as hard at my blend. So you could use the exact same color, whichever. I wanted it to be very subtle, and I didn't want to have to work very hard at it. So I went 1 shade darker. So, and I'm not gluing this down or taping it down, just lightly holding it. Just want a little something in the background just to give the background some interest. Another one. I do, even on these, pay attention to what is supposedly the top side of the stencil. So 1 more. Isn't that cute? Easy little add-on to make some clouds in the background. I don't know if these fall under our masking stencils, but just add a little something. And then I do like to come along the bottom just to add a little bit so it doesn't look so stark at the very bottom. So there we go. Just put a little color in there. This was sprinkles, and I've lost the lid. I'm really good at losing stuff. I'm going to try to be organized, right? Now I have to bring back all my umbrellas back in. See if we can get some of these arranged to see how our happy little umbrellas are going to look, right? So pineapple will go at the top. Candy corn, fruit punch. I thought they'd be cute, just kind of arranged to kind of look like a rainbow. And then I don't know, maybe glitter, maybe not glitter rainbows. Oh, they're kind of cute. What do you think? I kind of like the sparkly. Yes, it is. Okay, the cardstock, I hear Carol mention that cardstock is salt water taffy. And then I ink blended with sprinkles just so I didn't have to work as hard as getting it, getting the image going. So you could definitely use the same color. But yes, I think I really like I wonder if I could go like this. Oh, that seems to be a bit much. I was wondering if the 2 of them would be cute together. I think I like the sparkly. I'm not big on loose glitter, but you put glitter. Oh, I almost forgot my green one. I did forget the green one. Do we have to have green? We have to have green in our rainbow, right? Let me see. That just means I need to cut one more circle, though. I almost forgot green. How can you have a rainbow without green, right? Let me cut this really quick because we need a green one in there. Right? I don't think I can leave it out. I think it looks like not rainbow. Let's get one more cut here. So again, this is that piece that goes behind the dial. I'm just going to cut it off screen so I can do it really quick. Let's add that one in there. Okay. We need that one too, right? Need the little center dot part out. I hope that's what you were asking, as you were curious to know. The green! Yes, we need the green! Okay, you agree with me. So you're sticking with me. Like, oh, now she forgot the green. I'm leaving. I don't know how I forgot it. Let's get that one down. We'll just hold it to get it to stay for a sec. Can't forget the green. I always get torn about pink or red. That's why I think I like fruit punch so much in my rainbow, is because it's reddish pink and I feel like I can get away with. I'm normally not a fan of red. So, well, let's put these two kind of towards the top and then we'll go down from there. So we'll figure out the center of our card and put those up there, and we'll start that way. Because I like to arrange, but then I struggle with, now that I've got it, I have it arranged, I either want to use either a piece of masking tape or I want to use press and seal. I always need to use something so that I can keep it, because I wiggle. See, this is me wiggling, and I do this for a long time when I design cards. Okay, that's pretty good. So I'm going to glue those down. Being they have dimension behind them with the glitter paper, it adds some thickness. I don't think I'm going to put more behind them. So let's get them in there. It cannot. It's funny. I don't know how I was missing that. All right. It's snowing out, so it seems a little odd to me to be working with rainbows and umbrellas on a card, right? As it snows here, but it'll be spring before we know it, right? It did rain here yesterday. It's been really nice, and then all of a sudden, and it sounds like whatever snow we get is going to go away. We just came back from our trip, and it was adorable. There was a lady on the plane that was coming from Florida with us. She had this big winter coat on, and she got on the plane, and she was wearing it onto the plane in 80-degree weather. She was so nervous. She had never seen snow. So has anyone out there never seen snow? I grew up in Iowa, so I can't imagine that. But yeah, so cute. All right, I wanted to move that over. That's the perfect thing about liquid glue, is it's a little bit more forgiving. One more here. Isn't this cute? So has anyone not seen snow? And then someone said, I mean, it's green. Normally but in a rainbow, you can never have too much sparkle. I agree. The umbrella is the free with purchase that will be for April. So I'm very, very much sneak peeking, but I just thought it was cute. And I thought if we didn't get to this card today, it would be okay, but we did. I really like the sparkle, and I'm kind of wondering if I don't want too sparkly small. Let me see if I have another one. I think we should cut out another small one and see if I want to go with just small clouds. So this is, I think it's Stitch Duo Clouds. There's two, a medium and a small. So let me run this through. Let's see if we like two small ones instead, because this is the medium one. Let's see. Gotta get my lid on my little pin back in my glue bottle. I forget that I have the right tools now, right? Let's try this. I do 2 there and 1 here. Let's see what that looks like. Cute. I don't want to cover that up. Should I stick it underneath? This is my design process. Like, what do I think? I don't know. I really like the small ones because they don't cover up so much of my umbrella, and I like that. So I'm going to put those over there because I'm happy with them. Put some glue on the back of those. I might pop the second one up though, just because this glitter paper is thicker, so I feel like there's some dimension between the two. So I think if I put just a little bit of dimension on the side of this cloud, it'll help even things out a little bit. So let's do that. And I think Heather can attest to this if she's listening. When you're on live, I'm always fussing with things because it's like, I swear the Big Shot doesn't want to work as well, and the paper doesn't want to come off the back of the sticker as well. And I feel like it's just because you're wanting it all to go much faster than it actually is, because we don't want to make you wait. Don't want to make you bored with us, right? Now, I have a sentiment already done, and we had them in these storage kits. It's the mini strip rainbow. We already had them, and I wanted black with white. It's already done. And there's all these cute, you're my favorite color, look for the rainbows, you color my world. I thought this look for the rainbow was cute because of the rain from the umbrella would really make, kind of that theme of look for the sunny side, even if you're in the rain. And I thought I wanted to place that down there. So before I place my other cloud here, let's see what I think of putting that here. I feel like I could shove that underneath there. I like that, but I want that tucked up underneath more, so I might just chop the top of it off. Or we'll just do another little one. There we go. Kind of like that in there. I like the look for the rainbows. I feel like it goes with the umbrellas. So let's grab one more little die of our little clouds. They're so cute. Do one more and see if that suffices it for me. And I will pop up that sentiment. I feel like that's not too much dimension. Maybe I'll only just need one cloud over here because I like the rules of 3. Put that there. Nope. I still want this bigger one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the top of it off because I've already glued down my cloud. I can't, or I've already glued down that umbrella. So I might go like this. Try to tuck that in. I can re-glue again. Go. One more. There we go. There we go. I like that better. Sometimes it's just fussing until you get things the way you want them. So I like that. And I did chop that, but the thing of it is, it's going to go underneath, and then the smaller one's going on top. So no one will ever know that I did that. Poor cloud, right? Oh, I'm reading the rainbow on Valentine's Day. That's awesome. In the comments, sorry. Reading comments quick so I don't miss anything. Let's put this one down. You know what? I know I put down a little bit of glue, but it's no big deal. I'm going to put some dimension on this side of the umbrella just so that, again, it's that whole kind of evening it out thing a little bit. It's hard to explain, but this glitter paper is just that much thicker, and I feel like things don't lay as flat as I want them to. So I'm dealing with liquid glue and foam tape right now because I already put some glue down, and the glue will be fine. It'll help keep things down over here. And I'm good with that. There we go. And then I think this is going to go right in there because I think that'll even it out. And then we have to put it on a card base yet. So this I'm going to put a strip of, these are the 1x3 foam, and this is what I use all the time. I don't have a ton of different foams. This happens to be my favorite right now because it's pretty low profile. I think it's like a 1/16 of an inch. And then it's also, I like that I just take a scissors and I just cut it. So that we do not have another not straight issue. I'm going to put this up here so I can kind of see where I'm going. I'm usually a ruler girl. I usually have a ruler all the time around the office. So that looks pretty straight. Here's one of my, like when you don't have all your tools that you really want, I'll take this grid and I'll take a piece of paper and I run it along with the other lines that I can see, and then I can tell if it's straight. There we go. Isn't that cute? Okay, let's get it on a card base. I can see so many ideas with these umbrellas. So again, this is one of our heavyweight sugar cube card bases. This is the side fold one though. So it's nice and easy, all scored, ready to go for me. I do like to have my bone folder. Let's get that folded, put this on. I don't know that I want little rhinestones on there. I feel like I want to fill in a little bit here and there. I will do that once I am off because I didn't bring those with me. But before I take pictures to put up on Facebook, I will take pictures of all 4 of them. I already put 2 up, I think, maybe this morning for Charlie maybe to share. So I will add the other 2 that I made live to those. There we go. Cute. Cute. So a cute card for encouragement for a friend, or, you know, just kind of look for the rainbows and, yeah, and not the snow as we're dealing with today. So let me bring the other ones in. Again, this is January's, February's, another February card. I really love that heart. I think that really might be my favorite for the year. This is March. So in a few weeks. And if you have extra, that can just make your die cutting of all these things go quicker. So there you go. I hope you have fun and share with us any of the cute little things that you make with these little dies that you get in your orders, free with any purchase. Share with us what you do with them. And thank you. They're all very cute. Thank you very much. And I will take still shots of them and share them online. And I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for joining me. Bye.